We up. We live. Oh man, I'm going live at the same time as my brother. Oh snap. Are you up there talking to yourself, sir?
Yep.
Talking to yourself about what?
A story I was reading.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Keep up the good work. All right. Launch our campaign. About to get it popping.
And we don't take off the show.
Oh, man, nobody even got this damn number. Why am I getting all these texts?
614-820, no. 715. And get the merch at Gye-Nyame.
Alright, so we up and live on Periscope. We up and live on Facebook.com. On Gye-Nyame Journey. On Facebook. On
YouTube.
My Facebook. No, YouTube ain't come up. YouTube don't seem to like us. Let me cut off stream now because that caused confusion on the timeline. So, let's see. What else? Oh, I know what's missing. Let's see if it's live over here on this station over here. You live? Are you live? Let's see. All right. So all of the stuff is working. We don't see the glass. Where the glass at? The glass ain't showing right now, but it's right there. Look, the glass right there. We can't see the glass for some reason. Interesting, huh?
I have to get on listen to me.
It should be live right now. Why it ain't live?
And make sure you go get your merch at Gye-Nyame Journey Media/merch. When we don't buy
Gye-Nyame Journey Media.live/ Alright, we're going to do one more thing, but while we're doing that, we can go and put up our music. Let's get it started. We are official. We are live.
This is Brother Hatim, and you have joined us in Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Be sure to check out our site and subscribe at tribe.gyenamejourney.com. All my brothers and sisters, hold hands and bow your heads. Let us pray. God, stand up in the Congress, let Marty, ready for much of God. How long will you judge unjust and accept the praises of the wicked? I say, in the form of the fathers, with justice to the afflicted and the needy, deliver the poor and needy, deliver out of the hand of the wicked. They know not, neither will they understand, that it's all warning, but all the foundations of the earth are out of court. I have said, you are God, and all of you are children of the Most High, but you shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Rise, O God, break the earth, thou shalt inherit all nations. Allahu
This is Kabbalah Folks, and you are now listening to the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Keep up with the journey. Check out what we have done in the past. Go to journeyarchives.com.
This is Abby Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
Be sure to follow Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook, Google Plus, and Twitter. Check us out. Join the journey.
This is Abby Sheik, aka Ace, live from Shisha Lounge, and you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio.
You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Radio with Monica. Enjoy. This is Raymond with Gye-Nyame
This is Willie. Welcome to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I want to give shout outs to Silver Kevin and my Silver Nature out there. I want to give shout outs to my mom. I give shout out to my dad for raising me and my family for being around me. And I want to give shout out to the people of my generation that's trying to do something big.
And you're listening to Gye-Nyame Radio.
Peace, Hotel. This man saw Hotel, aka Mr. Deity. Mr. Deity doesn't sound good. I think it sounds great. Right now, you listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. If you're not adding anything to the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry its name. This is what I tell correlate you live, and you are now listening to the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Shouts out to the Gye-Nyame tribe, Gye-Nyame family. Stand up, If you're not adding anything to the culture that you claim, you don't deserve to carry its name. This is what I tell correlate you live, and you are now listening to the Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Shout out to Shirley Sasha. Stand up. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. Peace. This is Tina. And you are now
listening to your band.
on Gye-Nyame Radio. Peace.
It's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Somebody about to get tore up. Alright, boom. Call-in lines are open. Family, call-in lines are open. I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of a Summer production, and right now you are listening to Folktales for Grown Folks, where we strive
to blow up your old paradigms.
Right. The babes has spoke, and we about to get it in before we get to the Folktale. I got my little mimicker here right now. She's doing hand language, sign language while I do the show, I guess. I don't know. But, they learn while they're young. So, hey, I'm not mad. So, now let's go and take a look at some of the news, family, because I got some stuff for you. There's a dope picture that I got. I saw it up there on Facebook. I had to take it and throw it in Gye-Nyame Journey because it was Coogee Chagalia in motion. It is a picture of an African woman with a spear and a shield. And it said a warrior is not about war. A warrior is having the strength and courage in the face of all opposition, to hold your values, to live your truth. And man, never has a more powerful statement been made. Also, I want to let y'all know that at the next G&J Mall, family, we are giving away $50. That's right, we raffling it off, family, and you will be able to enter the raffle on Nia. That's 8-9. Right? 8-9. After 12 p.m. This near 8-9. All you have to do to enter is text Kwanzaa 365, all one word. For those that can't spell Kwanzaa, let me do it. KWANZAA 365, all one word, to 25456. Now, the rules are very simple. In order to collect your prize, you have to be in the place to get it. We will be giving it away at about 3 o'clock. And also, at this mall, we will be watching together as a family. It's free. We will be watching the 5th installment of Hidden Colors. Oh, it's going down. Where my audience at? Tell your neighbors, tell your friends that on August 31st, the place to be will be at the G&J Mall from 12 to 6 p.m. family. We're going to hype it up. We're going to build up, and we might be giving away some more stuff as well, right? Because I'm trying to get my hands, I'm waiting for the merch right now. You know what I'm saying? But y'all know I'm living the ADOS life, so I can't really get it right now because I got ad campaigns going on, and I got a whole bunch of stuff that's popping off that I'm slowly trying to get to y'all right now. So, right now, Gye-Nyame is in a major transition. One of the things we're trying to do, we're trying to bring a lot of the media stuff alive. So we're going to be entering into the book zone again real quickly. Also, I want to remind everybody out there, if you have not at least tried, you know what I'm saying? Please go out there and check out the free e-course, right? So that you can learn about Gye-Nyame Journey, right? So you can learn about your culture. So you can learn about what's ours, right? Ket in, our thing, right? So I'm going to put it up here. You can check it out. It's free. GNJecourse.com. Also, I'm going to have another short e-course coming out. And this one is going to be called Chakras for Black Folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do a whole series, and I'm going to look at some of these spiritual concepts and some of these other ideas, and I'm going to just put it for black folks. You know how they got cars for dummies? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing chakras for black folks. I'm redefining the world. Like we already conquered the week and redefined the week. Those out there that know, if I would say what's the day, you know the proper answer because you family, right? Because we speak in a similar language. We are vibrating at we're vibrating at a similar frequency. So now we are lining up. Now we're going to take all those vibrations and start spreading them out in the world. Now, also in the news, family, here we go. So, Unfortunately, family, Toni Morrison, the author of Beloved, dies at 88. And I think it was today. I saw the post. I wanted to make sure that we send shots out to that ancestor, a powerful writer, an artist, a medium, someone in media who understood the power of stories, which we are about to get into. Family, we need to start telling our stories. We need to start creating our stories. We need to start building our stories. And most importantly, we need to start telling our stories. Right? Because right now, I was just listening to a show. Yvette Carnell, she did I'll do the push-ups later. She did a Ujima night show on a book club, and it was called How the Irish Became Black. How the Irish Became White. So now, one of the things that I want y'all to understand is that in order, because it's an article that we need to get to. Actually, I'm going to go to it before I even finish what I'm about to say. Make sure you check out the flyer for the mall. Where is it at? No, baby. Thank you, though. Where the article at? Somebody hid the article from me. Let me see. We got Toni Morrison. We got Hidden Colors 5 coming up. Oh, here we go. All right, cool. I posted them yesterday. All right. First article. Get ready. Hold on to your hats. Because I want y'all to check this out. This from New York Magazine. I'm back on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? It's called Intelligencer, the New York. Let's just say New York. All right. America will only remain majority white if blacks remain an underclass. This is the headline. This is by Eric Levitz. It came out May 3rd, 2018. So this is an old article. America will cease to be a majority white nation by the middle of the century unless it remains one for decades longer, if not until the end of time. The sources of this uncertainty is simple. According to the Census Bureau's projections, non-Hispanic whites will comprise less than 50% of the U.S. population by 2044. But by 2044, the category of non-Hispanic whites might be as socially irrelevant as the non-Irish whites is today. After all, white is a social category, not an ethnic or genetic one. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, Irish Americans could not claim membership to America's dominant racial caste. Their supposedly dog-like faces marked them as inherently servile people, while their Catholicism rendered them slavishly devoted to the popery, and thus unfit for citizenship in a liberal republic. But over time, racial distinctions in the United States began narrowing into a binary that separated all manner of European Americans from those with darker skin tones. And the Irish took pains to demonstrate solidarity with the former group. In their conflicts with the latter, thus the Irish became white, and so too did the Italian Slavs, and perhaps to a somewhat lesser extent Jews. Given the number of Hispanic Americans who are already identified as white and the demographic rising rate of intermarriage, it seems quite likely that a large portion of that population will be seen as white by 2044, and that the distinction between Hispanic whites and the current garden variety will mean little by that date. If that hypothesis bears out, then America will still be a very white country at mid-century. When the Census Bureau includes light-skinned descendants of Latin Americans in its definition of white, it projects that 68.5% of Americans will still belong to the racial category in 2060. They're already thinking about it. Matt Iglesia argues that the inclusive definition of whiteness will likely prevail, and that is good news for the country. He observes that in recent years, racial backlash, as y'all seen over the weekend, politics in the United States has drawn much of its energy from white Americans' anxiety about demographic trends. The election of an African-American president combined with routine headlines heralding the ascent of non-white majority left some light-skinned voters more susceptible to the appeals of xenophobic demagogues. And yet, Iglesias explains when white Americans are alerted to the more plausible trajectory of racial demographics in the U.S., they become far less anxious about the future. A new study from Dow Myers and Morris Levy, a demographer and a political scientist at UC, respectively, suggests that the media's choice about how to characterize projected changes in America's racial composition make a real difference to people's political response to these demographic trends. The researchers conducted an experiment by randomly assigning various white people to read 3 different Fox News accounts. Fake, not Fox. Same thing. Fox. F-A-U-X, or Fox. Or false. News accounts of the Census Bureau projection. One story simply noted that the diversity was rising. A second cited that the data that the results from using the inclusive definition of whiteness, and the third emphasized the exclusive definition of whiteness and therefore forecast a white minority by 2044. They then asked readers how they felt and found strikingly different responses to the different narratives. In essence, the stories that emphasized the inclusive definition made white people feel hopeful for the future, while those that emphasized the exclusive one made white people feel anxious. The diversity narrative was polarizing, generating anxiety among white Republicans, but hopefulness among white Democrats for an overall hopeful reaction, though less so than the inclusive narratives. Now, I'm reading all that. I'm not going to go through all that, but that's on Gye-Nyame Journey's page. But the piece that I wanted to read that for was this. What we have to understand is that as ADOS, we have been the sacrificial lamb for America. We have been what other people have been able to step upon and step over to move into their position. Now, what we have to understand is the backlash that's going to come, and we have to brace ourselves. I ain't saying stop. We have to brace ourselves. We have to tribe up and really start looking out for each other. This is why. Because as we start making demands, what we are saying is very clearly, and I want y'all to understand this, what we are saying very clearly is that we will no longer we will no longer allow you to stand upon us. We will not be the underclass anymore. We will not be the sacrifice so that others can become Americans. We are no longer accepting that. So now, what people are going to get, they're going to get upset because now what we are saying is y'all need to find another underclass or y'all need to fix the whole system. That's what reparations is about. This is one of the reasons, like, when people get anxious about it, you know what I'm saying? Because there's going to have to be a course correction for this country. And we are, in a sense, the rudder that's guiding that. So we could continue allowing the country to run in this circle of oppression. Or we could right the ship and move this country to where it really needs to be going. We just have to understand that we have to push. We are the stubborn minority, and we can no longer allow others to take advantage of us. And I'm so glad that this story popped up, family. So I got 2 callers on the line. I know they might be anxious to speak before I read the story. Anybody got something they want to share or something they want to say? Oh, they got me on mute. Cool. I'll go straight into the story. Let me check the chat. Nothing going on in the chat. Shouts out to all those on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, family, please go to GNJmedia.live. Check us out over there. Let me know how that is running. If you're on Spreaker and you have an Android phone, download the app. All right. Somebody want to speak?
Hey.
Turn down the radio in the back, woman.
I met someone the other day. He told me to tell you hello, but I forgot his name. So I'm going to try and see if you can remember it. Help me remember what it was. Hold on, I'm turning on the TV.
Where you meet him at? Maybe I might. If you give me.
I can't say where I met him at. But his name is maybe Balak. No. It ends with a K. He said starts with a K.
It ends with a K.
He's a sister Jew.
It ends with a K and it start with a K.
It ends with a K.
Okay.
Shalak.
Shechem?
Shalak.
Who?
Who?
Is it Shechem? Did he have locks? Yes or no?
Did he have? No, he did not have locks.
Oh, Shechem don't have locks no more.
He had a low cut. He said that he assisted you with setting up a technology piece.
He assisted me with setting up the technology piece. Did he say where? Because I did all this shit at the house.
No, he seen me with my Millennium Warrior shirt on, actually. That's how the conversation got started.
I don't know who you're talking about.
And then he told me, tell him I said hello. And he was very familiar with your podcast. He said, tell. I told him, I said hello. And then he says, my name is Ingrid.
His name is who?
I can't think of it.
All right, relax, baby. Let it go. Let yourself go. Slow and low. That is the tempo. Relax. Take a breath. Relax. It'll come to you as we start our conversation. Trust me. All right. So, but of course you didn't do my 7-day e-course, because if you did that, I kind of help you with some of those old people brain farts that you're getting at such a young age. I'm just saying. Shaka, you got something you want?
The consequence of a brain fart, his name was just difficult, and I don't know.
Was he selling something when you met him? Let me ask that.
No, he was enjoying spirits.
Okay. Was he dark-skinned or light-skinned?
Brown skin.
He was brown-skinned. By my age or a little bit older?
Yellow.
My age or a little bit older?
Yellow.
You know who that sound like?
Wasn't tall, he was short. Like average height.
It wasn't Kid Magic, was it?
No, I would remember a name like Kid Magic, unless Kid Magic has a different name.
It ends with a K or a C or some shit like that. All right, your time is up. Shaka, you got something you want to say, brother? Okay, Shaka got me on pause. All right, so family, let's go. Now, we have completed the whole book, and the Gye-Nyame tribe deserves a round of applause. Where my goddamn audience at? I'm about to fire every last one. Sit down. I ain't called for the Simba. I called for the... Oh my God, Simba. Why you acting like that, man? You trying to take up for him. That's cool. Good help is so hard to find. But family, we made it through the whole book. One story per week. And it had to be about 3. Matter of fact, Lady J, you was telling me earlier about how long you coming on the show. When you started the show, I started Folktales for Grown Folks. So you said you started tuning in and calling in for conversations about when? About 5 years ago?
You talking to me?
Your name Lady J?
I began calling in, it would have been around 2014, no later than 2015.
Almost 6 years, family. We worked all the way through the book. So this is for your support. Y'all have been tuning in. Y'all been checking it out. Y'all been helping us build. Y'all been coming to the malls. Some of y'all have allowed your children to accompany us on trips into the woods. Other of y'all have participated. Some of y'all have sent y'all children with us to Simba and Simsa. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because family, this work is not often, we get rewards, but we're not often, you know what I'm saying? It's like we completed something. So we're going to move to the next level. Now, in this part of the course, because this is a course, in this part of what we're doing, family, I'm expecting you to take your analysis to another level. Lady J, I know that's you, girl. Don't turn that down. All right, so now, let me give y'all a little bit of history about Aesop and we get right into the story. The life of Aesop. The life and history of Aesop is involved like that of Homer, the most famous of Greek poets, in much obscurity. Sardis, the capital of Lydia, Samos, a Greek island, Mesbria, an ancient colony in Thrace, and Cantaeum, the chief city of the province of Phrygia, contends for the distinction of being the birthplace of Aesop. Whatever. Although the honor thus claimed cannot be definitely assigned to any one of these places, yet there are a few incidences now generally accepted by scholars as established facts relating to the birth, life, and death of Aesop. He is, by an almost universal consent, allowed to have been born about the year 620 BC and to have been birth of a slave. He was owned by two masters in succession, both inhabitants of Samos, Xanthos, and Gye-Nyame, the latter of whom gave him his liberty as a reward for his learning and wit. One of the privileges of a freeman in the ancient Republic of Greece was the permission to take an active interest in public affairs. And Aesop, like the philosophers Phaedo, Menippus, and Epictetus, in later times raised himself from the indignity of servile condition to a position of high renown. In his desire alike to instruct and to be instructed, he traveled through many countries. Among others, came to Sardis, the capital of the famous king of Lydia, the great patron in that day of learning and learned men. He met at the court of Croesus with Solon, Thales, and other sages, and is related to so have pleased his royal master by the part he took in the conversation held with these philosophers, that he applied to him an expression which has since passed into a proverb: the Phrygian has spoken better than all. On the invitation of Croesus, he fixed his residence at Sardis and was employed by the monarch in various difficult and delicate affairs of state. In his discharge of these commissions, he visited the different petty republics of Greece. At one time, he is found in Corinth, and at another in Athens, endeavoring, by the narration of some of his wise fables, to reconcile the inhabitants of those cities to the administration of their respective rulers. Periander and Pisistratus, I'm Pisistratus right now. One of these ambassadorial missions, undertaken at the command of Croesus, was the occasion of his death. Having been sent to Delphi with a large sum of gold for distribution among the citizens, he was so provoked at their covetousness that he refused to divide the money and sent it back to his master. The Delphians, enraged at his treatment, accused him of impiety, and in spite of his sacred character as ambassador, executed him as a public criminal. This cruel death of Aesop was not unavenged. The citizens of Delphi were visited with a series of calamities until they made a public reparations. They didn't just use the word reparations, did they? Until they made a public reparation of their crime. And the blood of Aesop became a well-known adage, bearing witness to the truth that deeds of wrong would not pass unpunished. Neither did the great fabulist lack posthumous honors, for a statue was erected to his memory at Athens, the work of Lysippus, one of the most famous Greek sculptors. Phaedrus thus immortalized the event. So we're going to stop right there. But I just wanted y'all to know that Aesop was more than just a person that created folktales. Now, we argue that he was originally from Ethiopia. I got to look at some of those names because they don't sound right, right? But, nevertheless, he was murdered because he was righteous. And oftentimes, family, I need you to understand that when you stand, let's go back to the picture that was posted up.
Because he was what?
Righteous.
Oh, is this the same righteous that I'm always talking about?
Probably not. You be on some fuckery, so probably not. You know,
I think it is.
I think
it is.
I think it's the cousin, the distant cousin of the righteousness that you be calling in talking about. All right, I'm just saying.
I beg to differ, but I'll continue to listen.
All right, so now I'm going back to this. A warrior is not about war. A warrior is having the strength and courage in the face of all opposition to hold your value to life, or to hold your values, to live your truth. Aesop did that. Aesop was liberated because of his mind and his stories. And he was able to bring peace to, in a sense, warring states, rebellious states with his stories. Family, I want you to understand when I say that these folk tales are not just for kids, we have to understand the seriousness of what these stories can do. Like this story tonight. I'm kind of stalling because I'm hoping to get as many people on here as possible because I want y'all to hear the story because this story is life-changing. This story is powerful. This story right here not only will transcend your life, but it also moves into your people life and may even explain some of the situations that we find ourselves in as a group. This is one of those stories. This is one of those stories where anime need to get up. Sometimes these spiritual animals, they could be argumentative like Lady J, But I gotta love them. I love them too. So
on the phone.
She on the phone.
Ooh.
Say hello.
Hi. Lady Day.
All right. The Wolf and the Lamb. Here we go. Hold on to your hats. The wolf meeting with a lamb astray from the fold. Resolved not to lay a violent hand on him, but to find some plea to justify to the lamb the wolf's right to eat him. He thus addressed him, Sirrah, last year you grossly insulted me. Indeed, bleated the lamb in a mournful tone of voice. I was not born then. Then said the wolf, well, you feed in my pasture. No, good sir, replied the lamb, I have not yet tasted grass. Again said the wolf, you drink of my well. No, exclaimed the lamb, I never yet drank water, for as of yet my mother's milk is both food and drink to me. Upon which the wolf seized him and ate him up, saying, well, I won't remain supperless, even though you refute every one of my imputations. I'm going to read that one more again. Gotta have been on your job, anime. Once again, if you check me on Facebook, go on check me out on GNJmedia.live. Same stream, possibly a bigger screen, and also that's our property. The property that y'all help me get. That's tribal property. Facebook ain't tribal property. That live is. Once again, wolf meeting with the lamb, astray from the fold, resolved not to lay a violent hand on him, but to find some plea to justify to the lamb the wolf's right to eat him. He thus addressed him, Sarah, last year you grossly insulted me. Indeed, bleated the lamb in a mournful tone of voice. I was not born then. Then said the wolf, well, you feed in my pasture. No, good sir, replied the lamb. I have not yet tasted grass. Again said the wolf, well, God damn it, you drink of my well.
You actually said that?
No. No, exclaimed the lamb. I never yet drank water, for as of yet my mother's milk is both food and drink to me. Upon which the wolf seized him and ate him up, saying, well, I won't remain supperless, even though you refute every one of my imputations. And the moral is the tyrant will always find a pretext for his tyranny. Now, I got two callers on the line. Who going first? Who first up the bat? Because y'all don't want me to get this one first, because I'm going to knock it out the goddamn park. You know, I'm just letting y'all know, I call it Folktales for grown folks. So just so you grown folks out there, I want y'all to know it is Folktales for grown folks. So please, put your kids to bed. So Lady J or Brother Shaka, y'all wanna comment on these? Yes, no, maybe?
Hey, I just decided that I'm going to hang up and call back with some other folk that need to be a part of this conversation, if that's all right.
Yes, sir. Your auntie Georgia say, hey, princess, I love your hair like that. You hear me? You hear me, Gina? Gina, my auntie, or your auntie too, but she's my direct auntie. She your auntie, one generation removed. She said, hey, princess, I love your hair like that. And she threw you a kiss over the line. So now, that's my direct auntie, All right, so now, so Shaka got off the line so that he could call some other people to be part of this conversation. Lady J, it's your time. Your time to shine. Come on now. And if you don't do it, I'm about to kill it. I'm going to murder it. I'm going to knock it out the park. I'm going to beat it up. I ain't playing with it. I'm going to knock it down. I'm going to spin it around. I'm going to flip it up. I'm about to jump in it. You can join the conversation at 614-556-4535. You don't have to agree. We can argue. We can fall out. We can do all that. Right? That's what tribes do. This is how we grow. So family, we are on. We've been doing this. We made it through that book. We're starting all over. This is a 6-year journey. We did over 300. Think about this. We did over 300 Kuji Chagaliyas. 300. We got at least 300 of these shows, at least, talking about these. So I'm expecting analysis to be crisp. Right? I'm expecting you to come on here with some confidence because you've been breaking these down with us. We've been doing this. You have what it takes to move it to the next level. Let's get the lesson, because this one right here is a life changer and it's a people changer. Because I'm about to hit it. Lady J, last call. All right. So y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right. So first off, first things first. The wolf is talking to a lamb. And this lamb is lost. It's away from his group. It's away from his protection. It's isolated. It's by itself. And it is inexperienced in the world. The wolf approaches this child, this baby sheep, hungry. But the wolf wants to convince the lamb that he is supposed to be his meal. I have a right to eat you. You shouldn't run. You shouldn't fight. You should just give yourself to me because I have a right. And I'm going to convince you of that right. And when the lamb didn't fall for that, he moved to step number 2. All right, cool. I don't necessarily have the right to eat you. But you have been violating my property. You on my property. You've been on my property. And you've been eating my grass. You've been eating my resources. The lamb had to come back for that one. Right? Now, I want y'all to follow me. So now, all right, well, cool. Since you wasn't eating that, well, you was drinking my damn water. You was drinking my water. You was, once again, violating my property and drinking my water. You violated me. Now, I'm getting to you right now in this part of the discussion with the wolf. The wolf was getting upset. The lamb was being humbler and bleeding and, in a sense, begging for his life, not knowing that it was a wasted effort. It was a wasted effort because the wolf was going to eat the lamb regardless. Now, so in the end, the wolf ended up eating his lamb and saying, well, I ain't going to, regardless of what you say, I'm not going to be hungry. He looked for every reason to justify his fuckery, to justify what he was going to do in the beginning. And does that not sound familiar to all of you? This story, remember, this dude, Aesop, come from 600 BCE. And the same stuff was going on back then that's going on now. Well, you have somebody that's going to act like they're doing you a favor. I'm going to do it on a political level first, family. Politically, black folks, we are the lamb. Economically, black folks, we are the lamb. Educationally, we are the lamb. And everybody is determined to feast on us, even though they tell us they're not going to do it. American history has demonstrated to us over and over again how different groups, in order to move up in the caste system as it's set right now, used you, consumed you. Now, how many in y'all professional lives have run into wolves like this? That they come in and they say all the good things that they're going to do for you, and then they want you to work on the project, and they tell you how it's good for you to want to participate in the project, even though you sense deep down inside something's you lying. This for my own good. How many of y'all been in personal relationships with a wolf, and you with a damn lamb? Please understand, family, when we look at these folk tales, this is not just about wolves and lambs. This is about you. This is about your tribe. This is about your family. is laying out life. And if you have not experienced it, you have a head start over everybody else because you're going to be able to recognize the wolf from now on. That's what the story is supposed to do. You are supposed to learn through the story rather than learn necessarily through life. This is one of those stories that should stick with you. So that when you're dealing in these situations, you know, damn, the lamb should have tried to run. The lamb should have tried to fight for his life. Rather than staying there and trying to, convince the wolf that you're wrong. Think about the issue of reparations, family. How many wolves is up on stage telling us that we're wrong? Oh, America, y'all, no, you don't deserve, no. If we give something to everybody, black folks is going to benefit on the majority. Just like affirmative action. They don't never say that shit though, do they? Because we know who benefited from affirmative action. We got to understand, family, the table is being laid and you are the main course. Go ahead. Somebody out there want to get on.
This is Linda on the line here.
How you doing?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Fantastic. Marvelous. Outstanding. I'm doing cat in right now. But go ahead.
One of the things that doesn't matter what it is, there's always spiritual warfare going on. But one way to fight that is to be the peace that you seek. Unfortunately, sometimes energies match, in certain cases. And there's one expression that a lot of people use, and I won't use it, but they'll say so-and-so is killing them. And I don't like it. So it just sounds stupid. It has a stupid energy, a negative energy. So I always tell people, listen, instead of saying that, why don't you say they're making me rich? This is crazy. But, opposed to saying something that is going to make someone ill or either kill them, because they use the same expression, they're making them sick. So, again, you can sum that up with something positive, no matter how negative the person is that you're, or even the media or whatever is going on in the world, opposed to saying, those people are killing you, making you sick, that. To just, flat out use it to your advantage. This is going to benefit, me in a different way. Yesterday, I don't normally shop at Target. I went to Target, protesting Walmart currently. That's my personal choice. Because you got 1,000 cameras in all these places, and then social media, telltale signs, and nobody catches it. That's because we don't pay attention. Some of us don't pay attention. So, again, back to the energy, that we put out there, whether we like it or not, it's going to be matched. We attract what we are. So again, I say be the peace that you seek, and you'll attract the peace.
All right, thank you. So let me read a couple of things. Miss Regina, the word, I got these lips in this English language. Supperless. She say, what's that? Supperless. And I know you know what that means, but for those that don't know, he wasn't going to go without eating supper. All right? Jimmy Parks left a message on here for somebody. Wolf symbols today, Regina. Who is the wolf killing our folks? Oh my God, can you understand, sweetie? You're or we the lambs living among wolves in sheep clothing. But I used for you, sister, an example from his story. Okay, later be safe. bro and sis. I don't. Regina, she said thanks for the reply, Jimmy. Okay, so he talking to, okay. Oh, okay, he talk. Oh, I'm slow. I didn't pick that up. My question was to hear the wolf's closing statement again because the speech was a little choppy on my screen. I thought he said surplus, but that's not a word, so I asked for it to be repeated. I appreciate your explanation of the proverb, although that is not what I needed. Thanks, brethren. They say they are conscious waking, but cannot understand symbolic things of using symbols, as you know. Teach, bro. Surplus, thank you. Now,
What did you call me for?
now, there is a lot of people that do. There's a lot of people that do pretend. I mean, it's like sleepwalking. We have a lot of people that pretend to be awake, but we have to become symbol literate, family. We have to become symbol literate, and we have to kind of reach outside of the circle that a lot of us are confined within. Many of us were caught in loops, and these loops become dangerous because they have us cornered in, so we only learn to look at the world from one perspective. Now let me say this to you. This is why I say Kuji Chaglia for today. And this is why I say Ujima for tomorrow. Why? Because I'm pulling on a different symbolic source. Many of our sources that we pull our symbols from have been contaminated by others and is being used to empower them. I'm challenging you to start erecting symbols or pulling on symbols that empower you. So you can understand when I'm talking about a wolf. And you understand how it stands in life. Right? Because some of us that might be listening to this broadcast have been the wolf in certain scenarios. Because remember, now, for those that are, one of the reasons I keep on pushing the e-course is because in the e-course, I break down how we use folktales and the process of breaking them down. Because what a lot of people don't understand, that in a lot of the stories, you are the good guy and the bad guy. Many of us want to look right past the bad guy and be like, I'm the hero. But sometimes turn around and look at some of the villain's ways. You the villain too. Think about it and build from it. And learn to improve yourself, because the stories were the first technology. Well, hunting might have came before the story, because you had to have some food to be able to sit around and you. Because I imagine hungry motherfuckers wasn't sitting around telling stories. So hunting, finding ways to find food, but then having the free time to come up with the stories and tell the stories was one of the first technologies. Stories are a technology, and we have to start learning how to use them, because everybody is using them against us. This is why they hijack your stories, family. They change them, and then they start training people to give you the stories that look like you, but they give you the stories from other people. I'm trying to say, listen, with me, we call ourselves Gye-Nyame Journey Media. We a tribe, but one of the major jobs of our tribe is getting some media out there that's healthy for us. And man, do we have it coming for you. We're not playing. We're not playing at all, family. So, let's see. Call-in lines are open, 614-556-4535. Once again, if you get an opportunity, stop by our territory, gnjmedia.live. You can check it out. You get our Twitter timeline. You get everything we doing on YouTube. Then on top of that, we have the merchandise down there so that you can get your own Daily Toaster shirt. Gonna help us grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing with it. Everybody else could play with it. I'm picking it up. I'm going to run with it. I'm going to work with it till we can't work no more. Until they pull us up off of these channels. Because it's coming. It's coming. Right? So we need to start preparing ourselves. So once again, for those that just coming in, let me read the story for you. The name of the story is The Wolf and the Lamb. The wolf, meeting with a lamb astray from the fold, resolved not to lay violent hands on him, but to find some plea to justify to the lamb the wolf's right to eat him. He thus addressed him: Sirrah, last year you grossly insulted me. Indeed, bleated the lamb in a mournful tone of voice. I was not then born. Then said the wolf, what do you feed in my pasture? No, good sir, replied the lamb. I have not yet tasted grass. Again said the wolf, well, you drink of my well. No, exclaimed the lamb, I never yet drank water. For as yet my mother's milk is both food and drink to me. Upon which the wolf seized him and ate him up, saying, well, I won't remain supperless, even though you refute every one of my imputations. And the moral of the story is the tyrant will always find a pretext for his tyranny. Family, the tyrant will always find a pretext for his tyranny. We gotta remember that when we dealing with these folks. You gotta remember that. I'm going to do to you what I want to do to you. Now, this is why every nation always erect borders. Let me say that again. We don't have borders. We haven't erect borders. Anybody could come to where we are. Everybody is welcome into our meetings. Everybody is open borders. Nobody's protecting the borders. We got tyrants. Now we ain't got to worry about like some other people got to worry about it right now, because other people are catching hell right now. But it's coming home, family. I'm just saying. We got to build. You know what I'm saying? And we got to work together. You know, once again now, let me say this. The G&J Mall is coming up August 31st, the last Kaumba of the month. Now, we are having a $50 giveaway. Of course, it's going to be a gift card because I ain't going to be carrying no cash. It's going to be a gift card, $50 giveaway. And you can enter to win the $50, but these are the rules. You have to be there to collect it. And this is my vision. I want 10 people in line trying to get some kale yell salad. And the sixth person in line, when I read out the name or the phone number of the person that wins, start screaming and drop the bread that they just bought. And they back in line because they forgot to get the kale yell salad. And they dropped the shea butter that they bought. And they dropped the bag and be like, I got the $50. Let me tell you how to enter. Very simple. You're going to text. Yep, that text. You're going to text. Don't text yet, because it don't go live until near 12 p.m. After Nia, that's 3 days from now. Anytime after Nia, up until almost the 31st. I will let y'all know I forgot what date I put, but it'll probably go all the way up to the 31st. You will be able to enter, and you only can enter once. Type in Kwanzaa 365 and text it to 25456. Once again, 25456. Text Kwanzaa 365 to 25456. So now, any other comments out there in the box? Any other responses from the audience? Anybody else want to hit on the story? Man, I feel so sorry for that little lamb, man. Because that little lamb didn't even realize. Because the wolf, and then also remember this, predators oftentimes, at least not in the wild kingdom, they're pretty straightforward about what they do. But predators in our world often work on making you feel comfortable. Let me say that again. Predators often work by making you feel comfortable. Family. Take an inventory. Find out who really is in your tribe that's around you. Find out who really family. There's a reason why our ancestors always used initiations to separate peoples. And I'm not one of those that be like, we all the same. I'm not. I'm not saying I'm any better. But there's a difference between individuals who have actually experienced something. As we call it in Gye-Nyame, purposeful suffering or purposeful trauma. Something a little bit different about that. So, if there's nothing else, family, I'm going to say thank you for your time. Thank you for the blessing of your company. Once again, let me do my commercials, if you don't mind. Go and check out our free e-course so that you can understand how the mind of a Gye-Nyame or a Gye-Nyame man or Gye-Nyame woman work. Free, gnjecourse.com. Also check out our site, gnjmedia.live. Go down, you can check out the merchandise, you can support us. There's also a donation box on there too. I can't wait for the first donation to come in because I got a surprise for them when y'all see it on the screen. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. I wanna do an experiment, but I don't think it's gonna take my money. As a matter of fact, let's go and experiment real quick. Let's see what happens. I wanna see what happens. If y'all if you would just chill with me for a second, let's experiment. If it'll pull up. Let's see if it'll pull up. Oh, damn, that ambrosia with that coffee is the bomb. What I need now is some... Oh, you got to check out my article on Gye-Nyame coffee. Baobab fruit, coffee, coconut oil, and sometime when you got it, a little bit of ambrosia. Oh. Straight up cultural food. Man, come on. When I need it, it won't do it. Ain't that something? Ain't that just like the enemy? Let me close some of these windows. Let's see what happens. I'm going to type it all. Oh, there you go. All right, let's see. All right. All right, give me a second. Let's see how this works. Oh, wow. So, it allows you to throw gifts up and stuff. I don't see the gifts that I want. I'm gonna need to go and get me some. I'm gonna have to get me some personal gifts up. Let's do that. All right, hold on. Let's see. Boom. Okay, let's try that. Now the only problem with this platform is it only uses PayPal. All right, let's see. Another couple of seconds, family. Let's try it. Now the computer freezing up. Come on now. I should have my wife do it. Okay, it's moving slow. Maybe some of y'all out there, like, hey, let's go and support the journey. I'm like, hell no, Brother Hatim. Okay, let's do that. All right. All right, so now we almost done, family. Let's see what happens. I can't wait to see now. Oh, it didn't work. That was so mean. That was so mean. Okay. They won't let me. I can't donate to myself. Somebody loan me $1. Go over there and donate and see what happens.
What's the site? Website?
Is GNJ Media .live. My wife acting like she sleep because our show was about to ask her. she rolled over and closed her eye. Try acting like she sleep. Let's see. All right. So I should have put another. But I ain't gonna do that. All right. So, but let's see. Somebody loan me $1. I'll get you the $1 back. Go on over there and donate. I want to see what happens when you donate. My wife tripped me out. She rolled over and closed her eyes real quick. I'm like, That's wrong, man. That's so wrong. You could have donated. Let's see. I'm gonna try another way. No, I just want to see, because it's something that's supposed to happen on the screen, and I want the people to see that we're working on perfecting our craft. Working on perfecting our craft. So I want y'all to see that. Okay, they won't let me. I can't log in on my stuff. Okay. So I guess they wouldn't even let me buy my own merchandise. That's messed up. I need to log in on another account. And I'm not going to do that. All right, because I don't have another account. All right, family. So I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. And I want to say thank you. See, I said donating, everybody, a lot of people fell off.
Long story short, hold on one second. I'm actually trying, but it's giving me an error.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on. You going to pay this money, and then they don't.
The logging in is used for viewers only. But I'm viewing. I don't understand it. It's the kickback.
Oh, for viewers only. Well, let me go. I'm going to figure out what's going on. I want to thank you for at least trying. Maybe you might need to be on either Facebook or viewing from Facebook or from YouTube. Maybe that's what it is. And you might have to be a member of the page. That's crazy. But I do understand it because there's a lot of people that be running scams and stuff. So I'm assuming that's what they're trying to do. You got to be a viewer. So you're looking at it. Well, actually, yeah, since you're on the page, don't make no sense.
Right. Is there a login like per person?
No.
For your own subscription?
That's what's crazy. It's not even a login. So I'm gonna write them tomorrow and see what's going on with that because that don't make no sense to me. But I want to thank you anyway. And I want to say, family, thank each and every last one of y'all for tuning in. Remember, you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty. This is the home of the stubborn minority. This is the place where your hustle builds muscle. You are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This has been Folktales for Grown Folks. And of course, you know it's a Heart of a Simple production. We strive to blow up your old paradigms. Good night, fam. Y'all have a great evening, and we are out.
I'll do the same. Have a good night.
You have a great night. Thank you for calling in.
All right, I sent Shaka a screenshot of the error message.
Cool.
So that you can he can send it off to you and you can check it out.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct it.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Peace out. Have a good night. All right. See y'all.